Hey, hum buns. It's the end of the day. It's time to head home and start our weekend. Shucks. Got my Any for Life shirt on today. And I didn't make a video this morning because I was talking with my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Yeah, I was talking to her this morning. So I didn't have a chance to make a video. By the time I got off the phone with her, I was probably about 7 minutes out from the job. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know how I feel after I get that mask and stuff off my face. I always feel like my whole face feels oily and suffocated and all that. So I talked with her this morning because she's back at work for a while. You know, her job had everyone at home for like 2, I want to say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. So she's just now getting back this week. And for me, myself, of course, I've been at work this whole time. Oh my gosh. I guess I should have put some lotion on this morning because, baby, my little arms are flaking. But, like I said, it's the end of the day. It's time for us to be a part of the Get Along gang, honey. And it's time for us to get along. It's time to go. We got to make a few stops, though. Because, we pay bills today, okay? But, look, the first is right around the corner. Even though we paid bills today. So we got to go and make some stops and make sure I have my finances together so the bills can be paid and not be pew, 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 pew. We ain't got time for nothing to bounce at all. So we got to move some things around. So that's pertaining to some of the stops. And then we're going to go on home. I did say today maybe I would go get some enchiladas, some cheese enchiladas, but I don't know if I will because of the stops that I do have to make. And I don't know, I bought some things last night online. Of course, when I went in the house, I went to sleep. I did not even eat. I went to bed, honey. Betty bye, rocker bye. And when I woke up, I want to say it was about maybe 9 something. When I woke up out of my sleep. And so I ate very late. But I stayed up for the rest of the night, though. Until about 4 this morning. So I ended up making me a veggie taco. I made me 2 veggie tacos, and that's what I ate about late last night. I want to say about 10. You know, don't judge me. Yes, I ate late. It is what it is, okay? Sometimes it happens. So I did that. I ordered from Walmart a mount because I'm going to have to do it when I get home. I know I keep saying I got to, email them back and ask them about the status of the mount that I ordered through Jack Titan, right? Their company. And I have not heard anything. So I ordered a mount through Walmart. That's supposed to be a wireless one, no touch. Like it just has a sensor to where you're supposed to wave your hand in the back of it and it'll open up for it to hold your phone. So it's compatible to any iPhone or Android phone, Samsung. So that works for me. And I also ordered some earbuds. And I told my sister about it, that I ordered some wireless earbuds, right? And this is when I'm talking to her on the phone this morning. And I have my regular earpiece in, right? These are my regular earpiece. And they're Sony's, right? And my sister always keeps saying that my earpiece sound like shit to her. Like, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like them or whatever it is. Or she really says she can't hear me, when I'm saying stuff. So when I put her on speaker and I'm trying to talk to her, she always says there's an echo. So I was like, okay, I really don't know what to do then. I ordered some earbuds, and I was telling her about it. And I ordered the ones that I saw some reviews on called Jive. And I ordered them before I actually looked into the Raycons, right? Because Raycons right now also has a 15% off that's going on right there now for them. But I didn't see that till today, which I, was looking at stuff last night. And so I ordered that, and I'm telling her about it, right? And she was like, "You're on them now? They sound like shit. It must be just some crappy shit." I said, "I'm not even on it." I said, "I just said I ordered them last night." But I was like, I can't win for losing with this girl. But yeah, we were sitting here talking about that. We were talking about how things are going with the the economy, and how we feel like you working a little bit harder right now in order to get some things done. It's just like, I guess with everything on the standstill, it's making you pay attention to a lot of things that you can get caught up on, right? And a lot of things that you can possibly get out the way, if possible. And so I also asked her, I said, are you guys, still counting the doggies as they're coming in and out of the house? Because every once in a while, my sister or my niece or even my brother-in-law will forget the doggies. Now, how this is, I don't know. I don't care if it's winter, spring, or fall, right? Somehow or another, they forget one of the dogs outside. And I'm just like, how do y'all do that? I was like, y'all gonna stop doing them dogs like that. I said, one day they just gonna sit up there and just walk away. They ain't gonna be bothered. And my sister told me, well, that's one less mouth to feed. I said, no, you didn't. I said, you ain't gonna do them doggies like that. I said, because they ain't asked to be here. She said, I thought they mom and dad. I said, yes, you are. I said, because you decide to take them, you decide to raise them and feed them and love them. Yes, you are. And she's like, I didn't give birth to her. This is my sister playing around. She's not seriously meaning this, okay? So before somebody start up on some foolishness, pump your brakes. And so we're sitting there laughing about that and going back and forth. I said, you better learn to take care of them dogs and stop doing them like that. I said, them babies didn't ask for that. And I think she said, BB came into where my sister was in her office and the computer room and was whining. Like, BB cries. Like, seriously, he will whimper and cry just so you can pick him up. This is how spoiled he is. He wants to be picked up, honey. So he in the room crying. And my sister was like, I'm not picking you up. I don't know what you're crying about. Because she was about to go to work. Like, she's this is her week to be home. So she has to do the video conference and everything and the meetings from home. And so I'm sitting here like, you could just hear BB. And she's like, I'm not picking you up. And then Izzy comes into the room. Now, Izzy little old self is the girl of the family. Well, the girl doggy. And so Izzy comes in there, and Izzy's on the bed. I mean, not the bed, in the room. I don't know if she was in the computer room or if my sister was in her room at the time. But the only thing I know is my sister said, okay, you better go on and go get your food before your brothers eat it all. And she said Izzy looked at her and jumped down on whatever it is she was on and ran on to the kitchen. Because I guess, between BB and JJ, honey, they would sit up here and be eating up her food. I said, you ain't told the boys to sit and stop trying to eat on that baby's food. She got to eat too. And so I guess they be trying to eat up Izzy's food. And so that's what we talked about this morning. And then she had to get off because she had to get ready for her meeting that she had coming up to be on the phone for. So, okay, we're coming up to the first stop, y'all. First stop is coming up. And all right, gotta put y'all on hold because you know we don't do financial business together. We don't know each other like that, okay? Love you though. Hold on. All right, hun buns. Now it is time to make one more stop. Yes, they're over here tearing up where the old bank drive-through and stuff used to be at. Honey, they tearing it up. It was like, oh no. See, I'll show y'all so you can see it. Look, they tearing it up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, baby. They tearing that little drive-through area up, honey. It was like, yeah, we've moved. They ain't do nothing but move across the street, but they still move. All right, let's get to the second destination. We gotta make sure, you know, we have our funding correct and everything, and go from there. How about that? Make sure I do have it, because I had to, you know, write down how things had to be maneuvered and moved around and paid for and all this, that, and the third. Where's my stuff at? Okay. So, all right. Got 2 more stops to make. Just to make sure we okay and secure. And depending on how I feel when we finish with all that, honey, we may or may not. But then again, I might just go home and make veggie tacos again. Because they were pretty good last night. Even though it's late at night, it tasted good. It was right on my alley. You know, it was good. So I might make that again when I get home. Maybe eat the veggie tacos. And yeah, I think I will. I'm gonna do the veggie tacos instead of the enchiladas. I'm gonna make the veggie tacos, and I'm going to make out of some tater tots, or some either tater tots or the onion rings to go with it. I think that'll be good, don't you? Yeah, we gonna do that, you know. Get that, eat some good stuff, and have us a good old, you know, good old day, good old afternoon, and relax and chill out and all that. And our supervisor is willing to let us. Ooh, fire truck, look. Our supervisor called us into like one by one to ask us if we wanted to temporarily change our shifts during this time, so we'll be able to do the social distancing. And with that in mind, you know, like somebody comes in at 5, somebody comes in at 6, the other person comes in at 7. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, I said I can rock with that, I can get with that. So he asked. He was looking at me, and he was like, you know, he was saying, you know, when my other coworkers came out for lunch, tell them to come see him. And then he stopped, and he was like, wait a minute, who has more seniority? You, or he was asking about my other coworker. I said, I do. And he said, oh, okay. He said, I'm sorry. He said, I guess I do need to talk to you first then, because I always thought that the other person, the other coworker had more seniority. I said, no. I said, she's just older than myself. I said, but no, she's not when it comes to our titles. She doesn't have more seniority than I do. My title, I've had it since, dang, 8 years? Ooh, ooh, wait a minute. No, it ain't. Oh my gosh, it's been 10. Wow, this summer will make 10 years. Whoa, how time flies. And like I said, that's just when it comes to my title, not how long I've actually been with where I work at, but the title that I have right now. I've had it for, this summer will be 10 years. Wow. Who would have known? Who would have thought that time go by so fast? So, and so one of my other coworkers that was asking her, like, well, how long? She was asking, the other coworker exactly how long she had been with, and she was telling her, and she was like, oh. And then she asked her, well, how long has Kim been here? And so she made a joke. She was like 100 years. And I'm laughing, giggling to myself. And she was like, oh, she said, I thought you'd been here long. She was like, no. She was like, she does have the seniority. But she didn't explain to her that I have the seniority on my title. Not actually within years. Within years' time with the company. Well, with the place where I work at. She has more time. But as for our titles of our positions, I have more time. That makes sense to anybody. So, right now, it's a pretty good day. Took me a minute to clean up one of the spreadsheets that he gave to me this morning, because I'm looking like, you don't go pull up on somebody. You're not at a drive-through to pick up no food. Well, I give it to her. She used her truck as a distance barrier between her and that vehicle, honey, because she wasn't playing no games, and I ain't mad at her. That's another clever-ass way to do what you got to do to make sure people ain't all up on you. But, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure I have my T's crossed and my I's dotted, and that everything is taken care of, because I can't have any bloop, 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 bloop. Even though during this time, your financial institutions, will let you go over and won't charge you an overdraft fee and things like that. I hope somebody ain't honking at me. I don't know who they honking at. Oh, Lord, you got a Mini Cooper sitting up here honking at a Ford SUV. Like, I don't know what rush that little Mini Cooper in, baby. Because you can't go inside the branch. And you're going to have to do drive-through. I don't know what to tell you. Those are just the rules. Those are just the rules right now. So, and then came all the way back around. I don't know what's going on with this Mini. This Mini is just out of control right now. I don't know what to tell Mini Cooper. Mini Cooper is on one. Me, myself, I'm just a distance back from the other person. And about a car length and a half back from the other person. Because I don't like being up on people. I don't like people being all up on me. If I'm trying to do my financial business or whatever it is, man, get up off my bumper. We are not picking up food in the drive-thru where you done already paid at one window and you waiting for your food at the other window. No. Be respectful. Y'all hold on. Alright, y'all. Now all this back and forth, this Mini Cooper done went from lane to lane, honey. They should have just went to a teller. But then went from lane to lane waiting on people to, I guess, finish up. But one thing you got to remember when it's at somebody's financial institution or even your own, people gonna take their time, honey. They're not rushing through anything. Wait. I think this is so cute. Look. The little recycling thing. I hope that's a love peace symbol. Yeah, it does say love. I was about to say, oh my gosh, I hope that's not like, you know, gang graffiti or something. So, you know, people take their time of doing their transactions, of putting in their money, taking out money, whatever it is, right? And you shouldn't be all up on their bumper or honking at them because you want them to go faster than what they are of taking care of their business. That's a no-no. Don't do that. No. No. You don't want somebody rushing you through what you're doing? Don't do that to other folks. Don't do that. That's so rude. Ooh, that's so rude. It just puts me in the place of Full House when, you know, the twins used to say, so rude. Yeah. You know, Kate and Ashley Olsen, you know, used to tell Joey all the time, you're so rude. Yeah. And if you don't know, I'm not talking about the new Full House. I'm talking about back in the day. I don't know if they have them kids saying that now. You know, if somebody has children on there doing that show. I haven't watched any of the new shows. Like, if they were back in the day, then I watched them. If they, you know, decided to revamp them and put them out, I can't say I've watched them. I'm not going to tell you them lies, honey. No way, no how, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So, but when we finish up with this last little stop, we gonna be like Steve Urkel off of Family Matters. When Steve says, I don't have to take this. I'm going home. Well, guess what? That's what we're doing. We're going home. Okay? No ifs, ands, and buts about it, baby. That's what we're doing. So, get ready for that. And the other thing, like, I don't know, I guess the union over here, that's for our job, had crawfish. So some of my co-workers bought some crawfish back from the union, because I guess they did a crawfish bowl. And me and a few other people was like, I'm good, you know. One of the supervisors asked the guys, one of the guys, like, you didn't eat any crawfish? You don't want any? He was like, no, I'm good. He was like, why not? And he was like, I just don't eat it. He's like, I don't like it. And then he was like, yeah, I don't eat it either. And I just started laughing because I'm looking like, why are you trying to pressure him into going to eat it and you don't eat it yourself? Like, what is that? I don't know. Like I said, some things I just look at it and be like, okay. I know we do all this type of stuff and everything. So it takes a minute. I'm not too sure. Okay, it's not that bad, not that bad. Last time I came over here, baby, the line was long. It was like, oh my gosh. And I usually just go to this first little old one and make it work, honey. Make it work. So we're going to be sitting here for a minute. Because there's only 6 windows open, but I don't know how many tellers are actually working though. There's 6 tellers, or perhaps maybe 4, and they're working on 6 windows, like back and forth. I don't know. So we're gonna see. But I do know I'm hungry. That's the reason I say we got to get home, because we didn't eat anything today. We didn't eat breakfast. We didn't eat a snack. We didn't drink any water today. I just really just sat there at the desk. It took me, like I said, it took me longer than I expected to correct in, like, this spreadsheet. Like, I'm like, okay, why would somebody put these numbers on this spreadsheet? And it doesn't even match up to the paperwork in which they're supposed to get the information from. It's like, what were they, like, what were they reading? I was lost. So that took me a minute, baby. That took me almost like to lunch hour to do. So by the time lunch hour was over, I did lunch hour came around, and, you know, I wasn't hungry. And then when I did get hungry, I was like, okay, it's not that long before I have to leave and, you know, be off. I might as well just wait till I get home. And that's the dilemma we're in right now. Wait until I get home. Now, I did have a taste for a peanut butter cookie, but I did not have any in the house. Not at all. But I will not be venturing out to get any peanut butter cookies. I do have ginger cookies at home, and I have snickerdoodles. You know, the ones I got from the farmer's market. I have those at home. So push come to shove, if I want a cookie that goddamn bad, I'm going to have to eat one of those, okay? And rock with it from there. Because I'm not, if I want some peanut butter so bad, hey, I got some peanut butter in the cabinet. Go and take one of them cookies and dunk it in there and call it a day. Because I'm not going to get any cookies. I'm just not, baby. It ain't happening. Do I need one? No, I don't. Alright, I already got a slip. I thought maybe I needed one. So, try to fill out this slip. Let's see. Making sure. Make sure I had the right numbers. It's gonna be the right numbers today. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. Alright, gotta make sure we write this stuff down correctly. Today's date is the 20. Oh, Lord. They can always fill that part in. I don't think that's like too much of a thing. Okay. I don't think that's too much of a thing. They can write in the date. Because like I said, I don't really keep up with the dates all the time. Days I try to keep up with because I know I got to take my happy self to work, right? And that's all that you really be trying to do. Just get up, go to work, go home. That mainly is my routine. Not unless I have something to do or get done, or I have an appointment, or I have errands to run. Other than that, no. I pretty much try to just do what I have to do while I'm still out. And then from there, sorry, y'all. Once I get home, usually I don't try to really go back out. Unless I really have to. Or, you know, I done changed my mind or something sparked my interest. And I just be like, you know what, I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go. And, you know, try to do it before too much time passes to where I done talk myself out of doing somewhere and doing something. So, try to work with it from there. Oh, somebody out rollerblading. Go on, girl. Get it, girl. Hope you got a mask on. No, she don't. Well, does she? I can't really tell from here. She too far off. She on the other side of the parking lot now, baby. She was skating with it. She was skating with it. So, whew. And it's very much warm today, honey. It's very warm today. That's the other reason we got to get home and into the house. Because I don't like to be burning up. I don't. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I don't be looking to sit there and get, burnt. I don't be in the sun too long. Why? Because I burn. And if I get a sunburn, then I start to peel on me here, my nose, my forehead, and everything will start to peel. And, forbid that I get it on like my shoulders or my back or something, or my arms. That's a whole different story. Like, you sit up there some places you can't reach, that's peeling. So, I try my best not to be out in the sun too much. But I go out there enough because I know the sun has natural vitamin D, which your body needs for your bones. So, yeah, you need that for your bones, your body, your cellular structure needs the sun. You can't hide out like you at the honeycomb hideout all day, every day. Look, you don't have to go outside. You're going to have to go outside and you're going to have to get you some cooling or something, okay? Get used to, well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to stay cool right now, but you have to go outside and get you some heat. Get your little sun on you. Your little dibble dab. Anybody say go out there and burn the hell up. Don't do that. But make sure you get a nice, good time of some sun and energy. If you have to do it in 5-minute increments, then fine. But as long as you get you about 20-30 minutes worth of some sun, baby. You got to do it in 5 minutes, then go do it in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes here, go out there for a little while, and go on back in. Go out there for a little while, come on back in. Go out there for a little while, and go on back in. And then parents, please don't do this. What my parents and my grandma did to me when I was a kid. They used to lock me outside because I ain't like going. I ain't like going outside. I ain't like being outside in the sun when it's hot and all that. I just did not do the heat. I just be like, I'm hot. And my mom and my grandmother would lock the screen door so you can't come in. And my mom would just lock the door so I wouldn't come back in the house. She would tell me to go outside and play. And I guess the other reason was they just wanted some peace of mind to themselves, to be able to breathe and not be having somebody up in their face. Because with kids, you always up in your parents' face. And I know we were the types on some days, depending on what it was, that my mom, what's the next thing that most kids ask after they say, ooh, can I have some? And your parents just be like, I can't have nothing to myself. I can't have anything to myself. Every time I look up, you ask me for whatever it is I have. I can't have nothing, a piece for myself. I can't have a piece of candy. Can't have a piece of bread. I can't have a piece of bacon. Your parents feel like they can't have a piece of mind. Half the time, they just want you to just be like, go somewhere. Go somewhere and go play. Go somewhere, go play. Get out my face. Get out my mouth. Stop worrying about what I'm doing. Your parents, that's why they need you to go outside when you're little. That's the honest truth. And I don't know what parents may be doing now, or why they want their children to go outside. But I know that was what I believe that's what it was to boil down to for us to be having to be outside and go outside and play. But we did. We went outside and played as kids. You got yourself all sweaty and hot, panting and stuff, come in the house, like they said, smelling like outdoors. And if you wasn't coming back in the house, simply thinking you were going to go get something to drink. What you have outside, that water hose. The water hose is outside, baby. You get that water hose, you turn it on, you put it all over yourself and cool yourself down, and then you take something to drink. Now, providing if you got other siblings with you when you over there at that water hole or friends, everybody thirsty. So you ain't going to be sitting up there drinking on it too long because somebody done bent and snatched it from you because they want to drink on it too. Okay? I'm just trying to tell you, baby. I'm just trying to tell you. Hold on for me. All right. So we're sitting here and we're waiting on them to finish our transaction and whatnot. And then we're going to mosey along onto the house. Because, like I said, we're going to be a part of the Get Along gang. And we're going to get along and go on home. Pray we get home in one piece. With no hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, or misunderstanding. No type of meet and greets at all. Pray that these roads are not that bad and we ain't got to go through that many bumps and bruises to get where we got to go. You know, and correction on the song. I don't know why I was thinking about Supreme, because I guess I was like thinking about that part. That's why I kept saying the Supremes, right? But it's not. Like, that's Dinah's Ross. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from you. But that's not also just Dinah. That's also a part of Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell's song. And I heard it the other day, and I said, wait a minute. I said, that's sure right. But the one thing about most of Motown's songs and everything, a lot of artists, if it was back in the day and it did not do too well, it would be a different Motown artist that would redo the song and put it out. You know how like Marvin Gaye, you ever seen the California Raisins? And then the Temptations did the song over. Yeah, both of them are still classic. Heard it through the grapevine. Both are still good. Both are still classic. But I'm just saying. So I guess that's why I was sitting up here with both of them. But that's what I think of, you know. So when I'm telling you about the freeways, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. Because you know the freeways got them twist turns and going around a curve and everything. And some people can and can't take them. And you just be looking like, oh my goodness. So we just rock with it. You gotta I tried on plenty of days not to sit there and be like, what are you doing? Are you serious? You're not driving half of... I try not to get in that road rage of like, you guys remember that old, I think it was Disney's cartoon where the guy comes out, I forgot his name. He comes out very much pleasant, waving to his neighbors and everything, and he's good, and he's having such a pleasant time until he gets behind in that car. He done squeezed his stuff in the garage with everything from side to side on the cars, right? He done squeezed his stuff in the garage and squeezed his stuff in his car. Ooh, look at the little bird, child. Look at him. You see him? Y'all see him? I don't know if you seen him or not. Hopefully, you know you did. But either way, once he gets in the car and he's driving off, all of a sudden he backs up and he's on the freeway just zigzagging between lanes, honking at people and everything. Like, he's fine once he gets out the car. He's nice and pleasant and willing to walk across the street and take the time, put his hat down and, you know, telling the ladies good morning, all this, that, and the third, get behind the wheel, and he's saying, and he's in turn to a speed demon, honey. Yep. I try not to do that.
Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. So, now we're getting our belongings back, and it's time for us to get on home. That's what we got to do. We got to go to the house. I don't know what y'all trying to do, but I ain't trying to be out in these streets. Or as one of my coworkers would say, he was like, these streets. He's like, you know, these streets be dangerous, these streets. And I'd be busting up laughing. I was like, you know what, I need you to go sit down somewhere. I don't know where you learned this lingo and this language from. I know where I've heard it from. But, you know, for him, he's from a different background and culture. So when he says it, I start laughing. He's like, yeah, I'll be up late at night, you know, on some nights and everything. Somebody, you know, these streets be having a hold of, and I'll be busting up laughing. And I told him, I said, baby, whoever it is you've been hanging out with, I said, I'm going to need you to go sit down. And I'll be cracking up. So, but he's a very nice young man and jovial person. And that's, you know, I like people like that when you come to work. You know, you good, you just want to enjoy your day, you just want to do your job and go home. That's all you want to do. And then you got some people who wake up just peed off to the highest level of festivity early in the morning. And you just be like, for real? Seriously? Like, you don't think it's too early in the morning to be acting a fool? Like, how'd you wake up and somebody peed in your Cheerios like that early in the morning? It'll make you wonder, honey. It'll make you wonder. And you just be like, okay, it ain't that serious for me in the morning. I ain't about to do it. And if I can help it, I'm going to try not to let you make my day early in the morning. So, all right, y'all. Time to get on this here and head home. Try to go through, shortcut through the park and get on home. So, yeah, veggie tacos it is. That with either onion rings or tater tots. And I'm thinking about tater tots, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though them onion rings would probably be pretty good. Maybe I'll do a little mixture. Maybe like 4 onion rings out the bag and maybe like 6 tater tots, something like that. You know, eat that with the 2 veggie tacos. I think that would be pretty good. You know. And my sister, she asked me, she was like, so, what are you doing this weekend? I said, having my tail in the house. That's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm not going nowhere and doing anything. I said, I have no need to go anywhere and do anything. I said, now unless I get a Jerry's gig, I'm being in the house. I'm being in the house enjoying myself, kicking back, catching up on my shows. Oh, baby. What else did I caught up with Westworld, honey. Woo-wee. When I tell you, Maeve is mad as a mother. Woo. Oh, she coming for Dolores, baby. She coming with Dolores with daggers, vengeance, hockey mask, ski, you know, baseball bats. She come like Edward Scissorhands. She wants to really destroy and mess up Dolores badly. I was like, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. Oh my goodness gracious. When I tell you it's on a different level. Like, I was like, no wonder they renewing the season, like, going to have a season 4. Because it's supposed to be only 2 episodes left in this, the season. I was like, oh my gosh. Honey. When I tell you, and old poor William is, how can, there ain't no easy way to say, William ass is a psychopath, honey. William ass is a psychopath. Since a kid, William has been like off the fucking rails. Especially with the episode I saw this morning. Because like I said, I was watching stuff from last night to this morning. And still clearing some things off my laptop. Which I'm going to have to end up getting a new laptop. You know, because it's only so much that you can clear off the laptop. And, you know, for it to keep saying that you're about reaching your levels of your storage. So it's going to come down to where I am going to need to get a new laptop. Okay? So that's going to be the next thing on the agenda. But that was something we had already talked about and discussed in one of the videos of the things that I needed to, as for electronics, get this year. So I got the mount. Besides the one I'm waiting on, I have another one that's coming in 2 weeks. So we got the mount. I got new earbuds. I have to sit there and work on getting a new laptop this year. What else? Still, you know, paying things, keeping up on bills and our financial responsibilities. Because like I said, today is the 24th, baby, and the 1st is next week. Honey? They ain't playing. These months are going like this. No ifs, ands, and buts about it, baby. These months are moving. They moving. In the blink of an eye, as soon as you finish paying for whatever it is you're paying for the month, you look up and the only thing you got is a few days breather before you starting all over again. Let me tell you, it is what it is, even during this time. Because I was talking to my best friend this morning, right? When I said, you know, I didn't do a video this morning. I'm talking to my best friend this morning. And she said there was some people, like, she said her aunt lives in Vegas. And that people were super complaining, saying that if Vegas doesn't open up soon, or they're not able to go to work anytime soon, they, you know, I guess for the month of May, that they're going to be losing their homes and their cars. And she said her aunt brought up an interesting a statement that she said. She was like, well, how are they about to lose the house and the car, you know, from just a month? So either they were already in that predicament before this happened, and then on top of that, not only were they already in this predicament, I'm trying to figure out, so Vegas or most of these major cities haven't put into place for people not to be evicted. Like, that's weird, because she didn't mention if they had that in place or not. Because I was like, wait a minute, that's, you know, I thought about it after I got the phone. I was like, well, that's kind of weird that they haven't done that. To where they're saying, you know, hey, they're deferring, well, your financial institutions, they're mainly deferring, like, mortgages and your credit card loans or your auto loans and things like that. They're mainly like for the next 60 or 90 days, right? But if you're renting like myself, and if they haven't set up a thing with telling people that, you know, in process to, there are no evictions at this time, then that does make it hard for someone that their place of where they're residing at is saying that, hey, we want our money. We want you to pay us the rent. We understand you're not at work right now. And then they're sending out things talking about, you know, well, use your stimulus. Now, this is like the place where you reside and you rent from. Sending out things saying that you can, you know, use your stimulus to pay your rent. Or they're saying, you know, you might have your car institution, place wherever it is you got your car from, right? That financial institution might be saying, hey, when you get your financial stimulus check, don't forget to sit up here and pay your car note. But if these people have been off of work and they haven't been at work and they're not essential, you know, and they're not going to work as an essential person, like, you know, looking for something in the part-time to fill in the gaps for themselves. You know, like Governor Cuomo told old girl, the reporter yesterday, when she was sitting there talking about, you know, people aren't at work and aren't, you know, going to work and this, that, and the third. And they're, you know, what are they supposed to do if they're not able to be at work and they have to stay at home? He's like, then you can get a job as an essential personnel. You know, there's essential, and she was like, there's places that's not hiring. We said, yes, they are. there's plenty of places that are hiring for essential personnel, you know, from grocery stores and, you know, food restaurants and things like that are open, that, you know, need people to come and work during this time. And he's like, so if you're really concerned about working and not being in the house, he was like, you know, you can go do that. Go be an essential personnel. Go out there and, you know, help out, serve, or whatever it is, if you feel the need that you can't sit still in the house, or if your job is not opening back up right now. And that kind of sort of makes sense, you know. You need that extra ducats. You need that, you know, that kind of press your ends together to make them meet just a little bit more. If they ain't meeting it all, that kind of does, you know, help. One thing my mom told me when I was growing up, she told all of us, you know, as her children is, you don't leave one job until you got another one. So once you got the other one, if that's it, whichever one you don't want to be at, then you don't let it go. Don't let it go unless you got another one. Because sometimes it's a hard time to find it in between those, you know, that time that you may have to be at home, you know, or, you know, things aren't working out. So it happens during this time. That was a good suggestion. And now they might not like his delivery of that suggestion, but what he said was true. If your job is not opening right now and you're at stay at home because you're not able to be at work, if you really want to get out there and you want to work and you want to be helpful or being able to do something and not be in the house, then yeah, definitely go get a job as a, you know, essential personnel. You know, that could be in, most of the warehouses are hiring because they need people to pack things so they can ship off whoever, you know, people's products that they're ordering. People are still shopping online, baby. Don't get that wrong. They shopping online and this stuff got to be mailed out. Push come to shove, like I said, you can do the grocery stores. You can do the restaurants, you know, places that you know that are hiring. If you want to do the delivery, you know, I don't really know what to say. I'm not in that predicament, and I know most of the time it's easier said than done. You know, everything just don't pan out the way that you think it's going to pan out, or the way that you've seen it to, you know, foreseen it to be, and it just don't fall that way all the time. Sometimes it just don't. And then there are other times that you get that lucky shot in the bucket, baby, and everything is just going along the line and just going smooth. So it's, you know, depending on your outlook of how you're looking at things, okay? Don't let me discourage you or put you down or, you know, make you feel some type of way about whatever it is your choices are right now. Your choices of whatever it is best for you right now. Not what's best for me or the next person or whatever it is. You got to do what's best for you. So what's, you know, for me, I go to work. You know, my job is considered, you know, essential personnel. They ain't closing down. My sister and I were talking about that because she was saying that at her job that, you know, after 14 days or so, 14, 16 days, sometimes 17 or a little beyond that, they're letting certain people who tested positive for COVID to come on back to work. And I said, I thought they were supposed to get tested before they gone back just to make sure that everything is cleared up. And she said, nope, according to, you know, them, they're saying as long as it's been more than the 14 days that they needed to isolate themselves, then that should be good enough. And I was like, wow. And I had to think about it from my own job. And I remember that two of the supervisors was talking about that the other day. And I'm looking like, okay, I hope you guys are really going to have folks test themselves before they come back. Because if they're not fully over it and they're coming back to work, and, you know, some of these people will go without like 3 weeks before they show symptoms. And then it may take them another 2 or 3 weeks for them to, you know, fever to break and they be okay. It may take them, you know, within a week, less than a week, they fever may break and they be okay. You know, I guess it just all varies on that person's body, their genetic makeup, and their cellular structure. That's all I can think of, and that's just being honest. Everybody's different, and everybody ain't gonna flow the same. Their bodies ain't gonna do the same. They say they, you know, some things they're able to push out and push through and go about their business, and other people it's gonna take them a little bit longer. You know, but it was my best friend. She was telling me not only was it a 5-year-old girl that excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all, that died from COVID. She said I think it was a baby that was a few months old that has contracted it or has passed. I don't remember it, what she was saying about that in particular. And they were talking about the people going outside and protest right now and everything, and how, you know, safe is that really to be outside protesting with no mask on, and then a group of people and you're around other folks, you're not really within a safe distance from each other. You're basically up on each other, right, during the protest. And she was like, you know, say that the numbers peak in these areas where they're protesting, and you know, you could have been the person that stayed at home, and by you staying at home, and you may only go out to work, you may be essential personnel, and you go outside, you know, to go do your job, to go work, and they come home. But in that transaction, or within that time, even though you might contract it, and the person who's been out there protesting contracts it, and they might be looking at you like, oh, you must have been out there, you know, without a mask and not taking care of yourself, and that person could have actually just been going to work and to home. But they would be thrown in a category with others who just want to be outside in the world right now. And then I saw another clip, what was it, in India. It was 2 guys, no, I'm sorry, there was 2 motorcycles. It was their way of trying to make people stay in the house who want to actually get out and be riding around during the time that it's shut down. So they had a truck set up as if the patient in the back of the truck had COVID. And so the 6 people that were driving on the motorcycle, they made them stop, pull over, get off the motorcycle, and then they sat there and was putting them in the back of the truck with the so-called COVID patient. And when I tell you, the men were freaking out, they were on the ground throwing a fit worse than a 2-year-old. You ever seen a 2-year-old that be kicking and screaming on the ground and everything, and dug their heels in and all that? Yeah, they were doing that, but they, you know, in their way of doing it, it was funny to watch. But it's all seriousness of you not understanding why you need to stay in the house. Like, you seriously want to be out there in this world and gallivanting and running around, and you want to go to the parties and you want to go to the bars and all this, that, and the third, because you miss socializing, and that's understandable. But is it worth the cost of your life? Now, if they were willing to throw you in the back of an ambulance or a truck or, you know, a vehicle that has somebody who has COVID, you'll be upset. You'll be upset to the bone. You'll be crying, and you'll be hollering, why would they do that? Why would they be trying to put you in harm's way? But they're like, you already putting yourself in harm's way because you brought yourself out here when you were supposed to stay at home. But you chose not to stay at home. You want to come out and be in this world and in its elements. So we're going to get you real close up and comfort with these elements. That's ain't no way I'm trying to live. I ain't trying to be up comfort with nobody's elements. So it's like, you know, when they're telling people wear their mask in public, when they're out in public here, they mean that. And that's supposed to take place, I think, today or Monday. I gotta go back and try to pull that up, because I got a text message about it from one of the local radio stations. Was it Sunny? Was it iHeart? Sunny Heart? I don't know. I gotta go back and look at it, right? And but you know, like I said, there's a mandate saying that you must, if you're gonna be in public, you are to wear a mask. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. And you still got people going along, la 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 la. I mean, they are straight singing the Smurf song, la 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 la, and don't want to put one on. Don't want to have one on. They ain't thinking about having one on. They gone about their business like it ain't no tomorrow, honey. No tomorrow. They said it is what it is. What happens, and however it settles, it's how it settles, baby. They ain't even worried about it. They ain't much worried about it at all. So what can you say? What can you say? But to each his own. That's about all you can say. To each his own. That floats your boat, that make you happy, amen. Go on about your business. To each his own. To each his own. We're almost here to the house. Hey, yeah. All right. And of course, you know, got to turn on the app. I don't know where people are walking when they're in this parking lot. So I always got to be cautious. Be careful. Hold on for me so I can open this gate. All right, honey buns. Like I said, every day, this same time, this man be out walking, honey. And I guess he I got to keep up on my schedule. He be out every day. Uh-oh, there's a squirrel. There's a squirrel. He's about to go jump the fence. But that man be out walking every day, baby. And on his phone, walking and talking. Walking and talking. No mask on, but he be walking and talking. We done made it here to the house, honey buns. We had a very good commute. No hassle, no fuss, no troubles, no problems, no misunderstandings. We did good. We made it here to this house, honey. We ain't had no meet and greets. I pray you ain't had no meet and greets. And we're going to go on to mosey-wosey on into this house. I don't know why my thing is on delay. But I just saw it. Like, it was like, It was like, however it is I was moving, it was going slow. So I don't know. We're going to see when we get in the house and edit and put this together. But, yeah, I made it to the house. It's nice and warm outside, honey. And I just want to get in the house where it's cool. Give me some water. Make me my veggie tacos. Well, I got to put the onion rings and the tater tots in the oven. And once I do that, when they're done, it doesn't take that long to make the veggie tacos, because the only thing after that I have to do is warm up the spinach tortillas. Warm those up. And once those are warm up, just assemble my veggie taco and I'll be good to go. And be ready to go on and eat my dinner. That's going to be my breakfast, lunch, and dinner all in one, baby, because that's the only thing we going to eat for the day. It happens sometimes, y'all. It happens. What can I say? All right, but I pray that you guys made it home safely. You didn't have any meet and greets. You didn't sit up here and run into, any hassle, fuss, trouble, problems, or misunderstanding, that you actually got home safely. And you guys enjoy your weekend. Be careful, be safe, be patient, and be respectful of others while you're out. Same way you want to be respectful to you. And I'll see you guys. If I don't go anywhere this weekend, I'll see y'all on Monday, okay? I'll talk to you then. All right?